Hi, my name is Eli Murdoch, and I'm here to show off the code that I wrote for this half semester's JavaScript course, which was a Yahtzee program, a little Yahtzee sheet. So then for this program, then I have the three files, a CSS file, HTML file, and a JavaScript file for it. And starting off with the HTML file, then it has the title at the top, and then it has a whole bunch of boxes going all the way down, laid out in a grid, or a table rather, with the rows and then columns and headers and regular boxes as such. So then when the HTML is displayed, then it looks something like this, with it all laid out with a nice border around it, and then a calculate button at the bottom for when you've put your scores in. So then if you put in some example scores, like so, and you can leave some of them blank too if you haven't gotten them. Then you can see that it adds up the top part, and because it's 61, then you get the bonus 35. And if I do one less, it doesn't do it. And all the way down, so you can update it as you go if you put in incorrect scores. But then back to the code for the project, and how I got it to work is with this right here, the JavaScript, where this first function, then most of it's divided up into a whole bunch of different functions. And this is the only actual line of code that's outside of the function that sets it all off, which is the calculate button. So then when you click it, then it runs the main function. And the main function right here runs all the other functions and prints out the values. So then if we go to the first function that gets called, then it's the add upper first function, which adds the upper numbers first for the first 6 numbers. So it creates an array, adds the numbers to the array after getting them from the boxes. Then it uses the reduce function to add them into a total. And then it calls the bonus function, where if that total is above 61, or if it's at or above 61, then you get a bonus 35 points, and it returns that amount if you got it, otherwise it returns nothing. And then the next function adds those two together, and so that's this one right here. So then if I bring it back up to a bonus, then it adds those two together to get this number. And then the lower function uses a similar method where it creates an array, and then it gets the items from the text boxes, and it adds everything to that array, and then it uses the reduce function to add them all together into a total. This is straight from week 3, I believe, for arrays, and then it returns that value. And so then the last function that I have is the calculate the grand total function, where it takes this value right here and this value right there and adds them together to get that value right there. So then the last thing to do once they're all defined is to call them all and then print out the values into each of their respective boxes, and that's the program. Thanks for watching.